Okay, hopefully, second time lucky. Okay, welcome back, guys. Today's special guest goes by the name of Miss Nails, otherwise known as Goldilocks, for all the obvious reasons. I've been so excited to have this talk today. This is a very extraordinary woman and very artistic lady. So let's bring her all the way in. We were having some technical issues earlier. Let's see. Fingers crossed. I don't know why Miss Nose is having technical issues to getting in. Every now and again we have these minor little teething issues. I don't know why. It looks like we're still having problems getting her in. There is a plan B, but it's not going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on Facebook. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. This is live. This is what I love about lives. There's no rehearsal. It just is what it is. Here we go. Woo woo! Yay!
Ooh, let me put you back on the tripod. Can you hear me okay?
No. Okay, we're gonna have to find you a great position so that we actually see you all the way, because like we can't see even your forehead right now, girl. There you go. Yes, girl. Mm-hmm. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. So we need to find you a seat where you can sit comfortably for the next hour and at least 15 minutes. So that's a great place for you to sit, but you're not comfortable there, right? For the next hour.
Okay.
There you go. Lord, let me tell you, I was like, listen, this live has to happen tonight. This is not no ordinary live. This is an extraordinary live. And you, listen, universe, get it together. That's what I was saying. Get it together. Yeah? There she is. Yeah? Just take a moment, guys. Just admire the scenery while I just keep quiet for a change. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me okay?
That's perfect. That's perfect. It's not very often a woman like me is lost for words, but I'm just going to be quiet for a second or two more. You're extraordinary. Look this. This is art. I don't even know how, what, where, when. Oh, girl, I don't know. Listen to me. The struggle was real today, guys, trying to find questions for this lady. The struggle was actually real because I was like, I don't know where to start. All right, let me get it together. Welcome, guys. Share this live. All right. Tonight's special guest speaker is Miss Nails, otherwise known as Goldie Locks, for all the obvious reasons. Yeah, welcome, Locks sister. Yeah. And this beautiful specimen of art is here to talk about her nail journey and so much more. But I'm still in all of the fascination. I'm not even fronting here. How are you, Miss Nails?
I'm wonderful, Silver. Thank you. And thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God, no doubt. No doubt. So here's what I'm going to do. Whilst you get comfortable, your fine self and your nails, you work of art. Okay? And all this, yeah? I would like to just tell the viewers here how I came across you. That's it. Do your thing, girl. Yeah? I was on TikTok, mining TikTok's business, as I do. I'm very new to TikTok. I don't know how to use a damn thing properly yet, okay? And I came across this woman's video, and I'm like, what? Scroll back, scroll back. I want to interview you, like ASAP. Message me. Yeah? I had to have this woman on the show. I mean, there's all different. This show is all about diversity. And I thought to myself, will she come and have a talk to me? But yes, she did reply, and here she is. That's it. Have your tea, girl. Let us see how you do it. Mm.
Cheers.
Oh, hang on, wait, girl. Hello. Cheers, baby. Oh my God, guys, are you ready? Please share this live, okay? Miss Nels, are you sitting comfortably?
Yes. I am.
All right. Yeah. Yes, interview. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
They're ready. Okay. All right. Let's start off with some warm-up questions. Let's start off with how did you spend your day today leading up to this talk?
I got up this morning and went to the store to actually get some more beads because I have to finish making some waist beads for a festival I have coming up. So that's pretty much all I've done today since it's only 2-ish here, 2 in the afternoon here.
Okay. Okay. And remind us what part of states you're in.
I'm in Gary, Indiana.
Nice, nice. Okay, so let me get into the warm-up zone, which is just my way, as I always say, of being just being informal, basically, and soul connecting for a moment before we get into the lace of the conversations and layers. So, who is Miss Nels as a soul?
Who is Miss Nails? Miss Nails is, believe it or not, a quiet introvert.
Really?
Yes. With all this, you would think I was not an introvert, but I like being at home, cozy in my jammies, watching TV.
Me too, actually.
I love that, staying to myself. But I've also been known as an ambivert, meaning once I am out, I'm not the star of the show, but I do turn social. But I'd rather
ambivert. That's interesting.
I'd rather be at home in my jammies. So
okay, all right. And where's your folks from? I mean, I know you say you're in states now. Is that what's the origin of your parents and so on?
Both my parents are from Mississippi, a southern state. Yeah, they're in the southern states. And my father migrated up here for the mill work, and mom came along with them. So they've been here since 1955.
Wow. Okay. And what was you like as a little girl, as a child?
That little quiet introvert, which I think they called it shy then. They just thought I was the shy one, and I was the little black sheep of the family that liked to stay to myself and play by myself. And I don't know how that was unusual. Well, to the rest of the family, it was unusual. To me, it was just my little cozy nature. I was just
what made you a black sheep? What was it about you that you classified as a black sheep? We're gonna get there. I'm gonna get there with all those questions.
I was creative and artistic, and a lot of times artistic, creative people are seen differently because we see the world differently. We don't see it like everybody else. Right. We don't see things like everybody else. And so when someone or a group of people sees something else, I'm over there looking at something that caught my eye that didn't catch theirs. So I was the one that was always to myself, and I was a cloud watcher. My mother would put a blanket out on the front yard and let me look up at the clouds, and I would watch the clouds change form, and I'd see a dog and I'd see a star.
Wow.
I was a cloud. And she just, because I was such a quiet kid, that she knew where I was, laying on the front yard watching the clouds float by. So yeah, I was there.
And whilst we're still on the topic of childhood, do you have a favorite childhood memory, or is it watching the clouds? Well, you already answered that.
Favorite childhood memory. My mom used to take us on picnics. But yeah, she used to take us on picnics when we would go to the zoo, and we would go on long drives on Sundays and that kind of thing. So yeah, I had a modestly quiet, regular family childhood. Yeah. Okay,
2 more warm-up questions before we get into it. Do you have a bucket list? If so, can you at least share one thing on that list with me today?
The one thing I really, really, really want to do is go to Egypt and see the pyramids.
Nice.
I have always been attracted to Egypt for some reason and have yet to.
Nice. Maybe I'll go with you, girl, when you go.
Oh, my goodness, I would love it. Oh,
that sounds nice. And lastly, what 2 celebrities would you choose to have dinner with? Either separately or even having them together at a table with you. It's up to you. Anyone, dead or alive, girl.
Prince.
Oh, okay.
And Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow. They're both very artistic, eccentric,
Yes.
introverted
Yes.
people.
Both,
Almost like a reflection of
very
yourself.
creative. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So for those who's just joined, I have special guest who goes by the name of Miss Nails, otherwise known as, yeah, there she goes, otherwise known as Miss Goldilocks for all the obvious reasons. Today we're discussing her nail journey. Look, can you literally believe all of this? Look, I'm going to have to ask the first question that everybody's going to be thinking anyway. Miss Nails, are they real? Seriously.
Yes, they are. They are real. I started growing my nails when I was 27 years old back in 1989.
All right.
I didn't mean for them to get this long. I think I got carried away somewhere along the way. And I was a nail biter before this. So when they finally started growing, I'm like, ooh, and I think I got excited and let them get a little out of hand. But other than that, my mother had long nails. I think maybe her longest might have been 3 to 4 inches, but mine are 12. So I got a little ahead of the game when it comes to.
In my mind, I do like about 3 talks a week. So I'm rapid with what I want to do and what I want to say. But this is the first time where I'm like, no, let me ask something else. No, let me go back. You've actually got me like that today, which is fantastic. All right. All right. Miss Nails, you started growing them in your 20s. You actually answered the first question also. You got carried away with the growth of the nails. What was it? For an example, I'm so Joe, because my nails will probably grow about an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches, 2.5 inches max. But one always breaks. They never stay longer than about a month. So what was it about the growth of nails that made you feel like, I like this look, and just kept going on? Like, what? Please help me fathom.
I think I challenged myself because I kept hearing people say what I couldn't do.
What
that
was the thing they said?
In life or anything else, people were always telling me what I was not able to do. Oh, you're not going to be able to do that. Oh, you can't do that. Or you're not going to be. So I think I challenged not only them, but myself into what I was capable of doing and still being able to move around and function daily. And after watching my mother, when I grew up, I was watching her work with those long nails, and so I knew how to pick up things and how to handle my hands and how to use the balls of my fingers and the sides of my hands to get things done by watching her. So I already knew I would probably more than likely be able to function. I just have to modify a few things further than what she was doing because hers weren't as long. So as they lengthened, I just adapted and modified myself to everything that I was doing.
So you're 27 at the time, and your nails are maybe, as you said, let's say about this long or something like that, yeah?
Yeah.
And once they get this long, am I correct?
When I went to nail school in 1990, they were already 6 inches long.
Right, because you are also a makeup artist and a nail tech. We're going to get into that.
I'm a licensed nail tech and certified makeup artist. So when I went to get my license, the school called the state board to make sure that I could even go to school with my nails being 6 inches long already. They didn't want to turn me down when I got down there and was like, no, there's no way. So when I did finish school and went down to get my state board license, they stood there and watched me the entire time I was doing my exam, because I have to do a physical exam on somebody. So they stood there and watched me, and I passed. And got my license.
So, okay, so your introduction to fascination to having these long nails was seeing your mother with extraordinary long nails also, but at a reasonable length, as you said.
Yes.
And then it was a case of people saying what you couldn't do in life. So this became almost like a handle of, you know what? I mean, let's be honest. Did you ever feel like, you know what? I know this is going to make me different. And you know what? Screw the world, I'm going to be different. I'm going to be loud and proud. Was it, because you know, sometimes when it's almost like a rebellious thing sometimes I find when you're repressed. I can relate to others.
I tried to figure out what it was that has made me keep them for 34 years. People are like, when are you going to cut those things off? And it's not like I'm honestly trying to attract attention, because I'm an introvert and I stay in anyway. I think I was honestly being rebellious towards anybody who said what I couldn't do. And
I knew it was that. And
yeah, it was.
I knew. Yeah.
And I hear that every day where people, you know, well, how do you get anything done? How do you? And I've answered all those questions on TikTok. So I still get the same questions, and they don't realize that I've actually had them for 34 years. Now that nails has become an attraction for a lot of other people within the last few years, a lot of celebrities started having their nails long. So people thought I was mimicking them, not knowing that it's already been 34 years and my nails are probably older than those people that they thought I was mimicking.
I believe, I saw a video of you when you was younger in the transformation. I saw a video of you. So let's get into some real dialogue questions now. Yeah? All right.
Yes.
First of all, I'm going to go into some of the questions that I have from the public. Once I put the promo out on multiple apps, including my WhatsApp, my phone was popping. Yeah, my phone was popping. Now, guys, yeah, whilst I'm doing this part, you are welcome to add some reasonable questions in the comments box. Yeah, with respect. Yeah, let your curious mind take it to bed, please, because we ain't answering so any naughty questions. Okay. Yeah, okay. My inbox today was like, how to, and I was like, these are the things we're not allowed. It was all the things that you know that I'm not allowed to ask. Okay, yeah.
Right, see, that's the number one.
Yeah, yeah. So let's start with this. How do you, first question from the public, how do you hold a toothbrush and cutlery? Can you, you're going to show us some things today, aren't you?
Yes, I made sure that I had a fork.
Okay, show me. I'm going to get real close. I really am. I need to see this. Go ahead.
So I actually still use my fingers to hold.
Wow.
And if it, let's assume this is a toothbrush, and how you would hold a toothbrush with just the, how most people hold their toothbrush, because I don't hold my toothbrush dainty. I don't hold it like, you know.
Yeah.
I hold it with a fist. And
like most people do. So yeah.
Yes,
okay.
I hold it with the fist. Whereas when I'm eating, I actually hold the fork. I don't hold it like a fist, like, you know how children hold their food like with a fist.
Yeah.
I don't actually do that. I actually hold it between my thumb and forefinger.
It looks quite sturdy. It looks quite normal and natural to me.
Yes.
I think the fascination is just us with you. But you're actually like, listen, this is normal life. Get it together, people. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, okay. So here we go. Right. Second question is, like, how do you moisturize? Because even when I have little nails, it's annoying the fact that it goes into my little nails. So how do you, please, can you demonstrate for us? Let me get up all the other questions. Oh,
this is Jergens. It smells good.
Okay. Okay. See, that looks easy enough. Okay. People want to also know, how easy is it? I mean, you're showing me how easy it looks, but I've still got to ask these questions, yeah? In terms of just regular showering, does it ever get in the way?
No, and I guess I prefer a larger shower for sure, so that my hands, if I am moving, they don't hit the sides of the walls of the shower, or like my legs or something, I will brace my foot on the side of the tub, or there's a step stool in there where I can put my legs up, as opposed to if I bend over, the nails are going to touch the bottom of the tub or the shower before I get to the bottom of my leg. And I don't like trying to balance myself standing on one leg just to try to soap up one leg. So I have a little stool inside of there where I can get that done. And then
the other question,
back brushes and, you know.
Oh, you use all that, yeah?
Yeah.
So the other question from the public is, how do you, if you do wear tights, how do you put on tights and regular clothing? Listen, me and tights is already an issue with those nails. I don't know how, girl. Seriously, break it down.
I don't wear tights.
But that would not be a problem for you with everything else you just showed me.
Actually, I would have to put them on like a pair of pants. And then work them up the leg with the sides of my fingers, as opposed to, you're supposed to stick your thumbnails down in it and then pull them. That's not going to happen. So I have to put them on my feet, roll them all the way down, stick them on my feet, and then pull them to try to pull the tension on them, and then work them up my leg if I were going to wear tights. But
okay,
I don't wear stockings.
And regular clothes, you probably do the same thing as you just said. If you're wearing fitted jeans or whatever, or here we go.
That and putting my hands up. So it depends on like the sleeve. If it's a tight sleeve, I would put my entire hand through.
Okay. Oh wow.
If it's a loose sleeve like this, I can actually hold my hands back up against my arm and put my thumbs in first. And if I put my thumbs in first, then the thumb comes out, but then the rest of the nails are still encased. But if it's a loose sleeve, I can simply pull the sleeve all the way up until
you've actually worked this all out. Wow.
Right, until they come out.
Wow. So being a nail tech, a professional makeup artist currently, and a nail tech, let's start with the nails. How do you, and thanks for showing us some of these props that you do, this everyday work. See, you make it happen. Yeah. How do you, how difficult it is, or what's the challenges in terms of you doing other people's nails and makeup with your nails at that length?
As far as doing someone else's.
Oh, wow. You made it look so easy.
As far as doing someone else's nails, the thing that I usually tell them is to sit back, because when I'm working on them, my nails are going to be moving. If they're leaned forward, I may hit them. If I'm trying to, when I'm filing, this thumbnail is usually moving if I got them by the hand.
Have you watched the movie Edward Scissorhands?
Yes.
That should be your AKA, from Mrs. Scissorhands.
I can't do shrubbery. I can't.
He was like, I love that movie so much. Like, oh my God. So okay, so once your clients are laid back and you're doing the nails, how, like, I mean, are your clients fascinated?
Yes. And believe it or not, that's how I got initially. That's how I started. When I finally got out of nail school and decided to open up my own salon.
Oh,
people
wow.
Immediately wanted to see how I was going to work on them, and it's how I gained a lot of clientele. Some people were just like, "Oh, I only want a manicure. I just want to see how you're going to do it." They okay, so but then they didn't stop coming. They were impressed with the actual.
I probably would come quality. Just pulling for that too. Yeah.
Yeah, they were impressed with the quality of their service.
Wow.
So they continued to come back every 2 weeks. I had 80 clients every 2 weeks. I was fully booked. Every 2 weeks I had 80 clients.
And do you still have your salon? Is it this more now freelance that you do?
I still have my salon. It's here in the house now.
Nice. Wow.
Of course,
and going into makeup, is it equally as easy for you then, doing clients with makeup?
Yes, because I hold the makeup brush the same way you saw me hold the fork.
Because clearly we see your makeup. I see you have all your jewels on. I find it difficult to even clipping this headpiece on. I'm struggling with the clip. How on earth, no, seriously, do you manage to clip jewelry on? You know, like from the chain. How? Most
of my, now this is the arm that never.
Yeah. How? I struggle to do mine.
It doesn't come off. When I had, because a lot of it's diamond, I had the jeweler put it on and lock it on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
To make sure that I don't lose it or it's not going to come off. And because it's metal, it can be washed and cleaned without me ever having to take it off. So when I get a bath, it gets a bath.
So you actually sleep in. You actually sleep with all your jewelry on because it won't be able to come off.
Yes.
Okay. So let's get into the technicalities. What is your nail ritual? How do you maintain your nails?
They have acrylic overlays on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So to keep them from breaking as fast, because they're still capable of breaking. Mm-hmm. But all I have to do is give myself a feel. I put the acrylic on top of my nails back in 1989. I have never removed the acrylic. It does not stop your nails from growing. Fingernails do not have to breathe. When people be like, well, I needed my nails to breathe. Okay, well, soaked the acrylic off and put it right back on in the same sitting. Mm-hmm, so did you take a deep breath? Your nails take a deep breath of air? I was like, okay, that's enough breath, put them back on. I've challenged people about that too. And they're like, oh, I thought I had to take it off. Nothing inhibits these from growing unless they're damaged in some kind of way. You might have got to smash your finger or something and the nail never grew back. But for the most part, the nails don't stop growing.
So show me a very close up of them. I'm going to get real up and personal with your nails now.
Now, I have an iron deficiency.
Mm-hmm. Okay, me too a little bit. You okay?
Turn my ceiling fan on. I have an iron deficiency that caused my nails to spoon.
Okay.
So they grow in an upward pattern.
Wow.
Doesn't that look strange? It doesn't hurt.
I'm feeling like it's hurting when you do that. I know it's not hurting you.
It doesn't hurt. That's the way I was born. So that's the way that they grow. So when people tell me that they notice that they look like they dangle.
Yeah.
I have very, very short nail beds. I don't know if you can see. It's not very much of a nail bed. And the nail bed that is, the entire finger spoons upward.
Ooh.
So the nail spoons upward with it. So, but it doesn't hurt. It's not painful. So
you were saying the gold one is the only one that's not natural?
Correct. And it has.
Tell us how you said you was made out of broken jewelry or something. You're saying to me.
I had old jewelry, old 14 karat gold jewelry with diamonds in it that I've had for years, and I finally went in and had I keep the nail underneath cut off. And I just keep this gold nail on it. And so
how do you manage to have the gold nail looking a lot like the real nails?
I drew them what I wanted the curve of the nail to look like.
Okay.
And so they followed my instructions on how I wanted the nail to look, and they made a mold and made me myself a nails for it. And I only had enough jewelry to make it 4.5 inches long. My nails are 12 inches, and I didn't have.
But I like the fact you have that cute little variation. This character.
Yeah, that one little nail.
So, do you ever strip your nails? Like, you know how we normally take off nail polish. You never take any nail varnish off?
I do sometimes. I've changed this design, the stained glass. I've changed this design a couple of times. But like this with all the rhinestones, so I probably won't change.
How does it stay on? How does the nail varnish don't chip? Why do I feel?
I use my knuckles for everything. I don't ever put my fingers, my nails into anything, so nothing rubs off. It won't rub off because I'm not actually using them. I use my knuckles, the balls of my fingers, and the sides of my hands. So nothing's wearing them off. Like if you would consistently stick them into things, then eventually like the ends of it wears off. That's not that doesn't happen.
Because literally, even like I can have an 1.5 or 2 inches nails, and you find before you've even left the house, something's chipped, or So I'm just wondering, like, what type of, is there a certain lotion you use for your nails, certain hardening gels, or?
I don't use polish. I use paint. I use acrylic paint, and then I top coat with acrylic paint. Polish is oil based. It takes too long to dry. And I mess around with these and touch something and mess it up and have to start all over. So I use.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, because I'm doing so many designs. I do all the designs in paint anyway. So if I were to polish it and then go back over it with the design, it's kind of double doing it for no reason. So I just put the design on straight onto the nail.
So lift it up for the viewers once again. Look at me. I don't have anything. I've noticed that you sit like this a lot. What's a day in the life?
to keep them out of harm's way.
Oh, girl.
So when I'm walking past people, I'll brace them across my arms so that when I walk, they're not flailing, and people won't accidentally hit them if I have my hands down. So my hands are usually up against, the nails are usually up against me some kind of way where.
Girl, you know I don't want to pick a fight with you. We ain't fighting, girl. We ain't fighting. Yeah, whatever you want, you can have it.
I know, right? I can go at 3 o'clock in the morning and walk in the dark. And even if somebody approaches me, all I got to do is hold up my hand. They're just like, okay. You know, they're gone.
Do that again. Do that again. Go on. Go on.
Bling! And they're just like,
you will have I'll be like, oh shit, I changed my mind.
Right.
Like, which...
they call me Freddy Krueger. Like you said, Edward Scissorhands. What is the it's another superhero, Wolverine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they call me everything. And
so so just for a moment, let me sway it to another direction just a little bit. What is a day in a life of, you know, you like? Give me your ritualistic everyday day to day, because I need to, beyond the fascination, I need to get to the baseline of, you know, we know that you're more than just your nails, but your nails is a fantastic fascination. Let's be honest, yeah? So tell us a day in the life of you, of Miss Nails.
I usually get up, make myself either tea or coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't start eating until noon. And,
me too, usually. Mm-hmm.
And because I have the different companies, I'll start working on some waist beads or some jewelry. Or
so you make these? You are a jeweler, so you actually make jewelry as well.
Yes. So
amazing.
I make the
waist beads.
The waist
beautiful.
Beads.
I love waist beads.
The necklaces that I have on.
Mm-hmm.
I make these any beaded jewelry.
Nice. Do you have a website also?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And
make sure you inbox that all to me after the show. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's for the clothing line for house music. Where I design out jackets and T-shirts and vests, and
nice,
and shoes even. And
well,
so
I'm a huge hat fan. I have well over 100. The fact that I've actually got my hair not in a hat, people will be very surprised. I never go anywhere without a hat. And people's like, have you got something wrong with your head? No, all my hair. I just love hats. I grew up seeing my father wearing hats, like your one with nails, and I just, I'm nuts about hats. I have a mad collection, so I want to see what you can come up with potentially for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious.
I'm a hat person.
I'm
surprised there's hats sitting here. I'm always in hats.
Those are favorite type of hats. Theodore.
I'm always in hats.
Mm-hmm.
They say you have to have a hat head. People are like, I don't look good in hats.
I'm a hat connoisseur. Oh, my own hat boutique for sure. Yeah. But go ahead. So day in the life of you is making your jewelry, and go ahead.
Sometimes maybe 2 or 3 times, well, even for longer than that, I'll go out and I'll walk. Do my 10,000 steps. I'll walk around the neighborhood, just walk around and count my steps and come back in, make sure I get that kind of cardio and that kind of exercise in. I have a gym membership that I'm getting to get back into because I want to put my muscle mass back on. I had a neck injury years back and I had to stop lifting for a little while, but I can get back into that.
While you're on the topic, may I ask you something in this relevant moment of talking about training? First of all, you are in great shape. You look fabulous. And I'm sure, please correct me, but I know you're not age shy. And I'm sure you were playing with your post. I'm sure it said nearly 60.
I will be 61 in October.
You know, girl, I don't know what, how, where, but I want to have it. So where do I get it? Where do I get the post? I thought I look good. Damn.
It's good genes. My mother looked young. Very good genes.
Repeat that to us. You're going to be what in October?
61.
Do you think you look like a 61-year-old?
No.
The average of what we see?
No. No.
You look amazing. Your physique. Stand up for us, please. No, this is like body goals in my opinion in terms of keeping yourself healthy. The walking that you do, you know, the training that you do. What type of dietary, may I ask, do you have? Are you into fasting?
Do I what?
Are you into fasting? What type of dietary?
The intermittent fasting. I only eat for 8 hours.
Remember, you've never told me this, but I already know. The fact you mentioned noon, I was like, I eat at noon. Okay,
correct.
she's
I
into
start at
fasting.
noon and I stop at 8, and I don't eat anymore until noon. And I've done that for the last maybe 4 years, and it helps me to maintain.
Okay, I keep telling people. So you are a conscious eater, and I love that.
Yes.
Clearly, you're very important, very important. So when you're having your naughty days, what are your treats? Do you have any naughty days? I had a naughty day yesterday.
Pizza.
Mmm.
And then I still don't eat the whole thing. It'll take me 4 or 5 days to finally finish that pizza. You know, I have a couple of slices because once you only eat a certain amount per day, you can't just eat the whole. Your body.
So this is not delivery pizza. It's what you make at home if you've got it for 4 days.
No, I go out and get pizza. I go and order pizza.
So how do you keep it for 4 days?
The refrigerator.
Oh wow!
And just microwave another piece when I want it.
Your stomach is real good because me eating food after 24 hours gives me a stomach ache. So.
Aww.
Yeah, I got IBS. Boring. Okay, so
wow. I get that when I go to the store. If I'm spending money, I get IBS. I don't know what that is. I go in the store, I'm like, oh God, I know what every bathroom is in every store.
Wow, things like can trigger you, belly aches, all that kind of stuff, cramping, all that kind of stuff. So that's good to know that you are a conscious eater. You're into your health and fitness, and you're walking. So a day in the life of you is going down the street, and everyday people. We'll talk about family and friends in a moment. Everyday people seeing you, and as you said, how do you hold your nails going down the street? You do what?
Brace them across my arms.
And you walk past people like that so you don't hurt them, or
so they think that I'm holding. They think I'm holding something. So people won't even notice that I have the nails because they think I have something in my hand because I'm holding the nails.
Oh wow!
And it looks like I'm holding. Looks like I'm holding something. I know it's my nails, but they think that like a keychain or something. They think that was something else until I actually have to unfold them to do something. They're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know those were your nails. I thought you were holding something." Like,
so for those who recognize that it's your nails, who stops you down the street? What do they ask you? Give me the most impulsive, spontaneous thing that people say or ask you. Random people.
Are those really your nails?
Yeah.
First question. How do you do anything? And then I have to tell them, you have to be a little bit more specific. I don't know how to answer anything. Then they're like, well, how do you do stuff? I said, okay, so you have to define stuff. Then they'll ask, how do I cook? And then people ask, how do I comb my hair? And I'm like, I have locks. I don't have to comb my hair. And they'll ask, how do I drive?
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you legally allowed to drive with those girls?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Only because
I so want to see that. I so want to see that.
I think that if I had gone somewhere like to a salon and had this length put on, it would be a little bit more illegal because I'd have to figure out how to drive after coming out with this, as opposed to as they grew 1/8 of an inch a month. I simply, got to learn how to modify and do things differently as they got longer.
But you actually really, you've adjusted your entire life around how to. I can see it's putting on your jacket is normal for you. Everything's normal for you. So it's us that really is. It's us with the fascination of how do you do it, but you clearly do it.
Right.
So, yeah.
And a lot of people think they don't know that they're real, or they'll ask me in 3 different ways the same question. Are those really your nails? Yes. Are they real? Yes. You grew them? Yes.
I've got 10 different ways to ask you that same question, girl. I'm only on the second time.
And that's coming from the same person. They'll ask
I can't believe it.
Like, maybe I didn't ask it right. I'm like, yeah, you asked it right the first time. Yes, yes, they're real. Yes, they're mine. Yes, I grew them. And then they'll be like, no, you didn't. After all of that, they'll tell me, no, I didn't.
Wait, are you reading my mind right now? I'm scared. No, I'm sat here and I know I'm gonna be like a whole 2 hours later. I'll be like, I don't think she lied to me. I know they're all right. Are they? Yeah.
Right. then you see her nudge your girlfriend like she lying. Oh, I'm like, really?
So what is it like? Oh, I know, girl. Aha, I know I missed a couple of public questions. Listen, girl, you got to spill a little bit of tea. What's dating life like with those nails? Come on, girl. Tell whether it's men, females, I don't know what you're into, but can you please tell me what life is like for you embarking upon relationships with nails? Like, come on, girl, please.
There are a lot of men. Well, we're going to have to go into, a lot of men have fetishes. So.
Oh my God, talk to me, spill the tea. Come on now.
There's a fetish.
I need my walk at this point, right?
You know, like men have fetish for women in stockings, or a shoe foot fetish, or feet,
yeah,
or they also have nail fetishes, and I don't know where this came
really
from. That yes. Oh my goodness. Oh.
So you can actually make an income on this fetish stuff if you really wanted to.
Yes, I can. There are.
Girl,
yes, I can. There are people who have asked to meet me in a public place, like McDonald's or, you know, a restaurant or something, in a public place where everybody's around so they can't try nothing crazy. And they will pay me just to touch my nails, just to...
But I think that could be a thing. I'm actually being very... I don't think there's anything wrong with it because, for example, just to interject real quick, there are people out here that get paid to do acting, dancing. For example, I could just say I'm a director, I'd pay you to be in a movie. It's no different to someone saying... Correct. You know what? Can I take a photograph of you? Can you pay me? Can I shoot you in this? Like, I'm surprised that photographers, movie directors are not really tapping you up. How are they not, like, approaching you already with this?
I don't think they found me yet.
Please, can you find them? I'm very serious. No, girl, listen. Well, let me pause. I'm getting excited. Let me pause. Yeah. Because tell us. Go into this nail fetish. I've got the whole
on myself in being in specific like those movies that they make of the superhero movies, and
yes,
like, some kind of a queen.
You would have been in one of the Matrix movies. You'd have been in one of those.
I've seen myself. Visualizing myself in that, and I was a theater minor in school.
Okay.
I was a theater minor in college, so I got to see all that and learn how to do that. I just need to learn how to read a teleprompt, and I'm in. But
so tell me, go into so people has asked to meet you just to fill your nail, and what happens next? Do they actually? I mean, tell us what happens next. They fill your nail.
That's it. I've made like a couple of hundred for 15 minutes of just
good.
That's it. They just wanted to see my nails, touch them, and that's the end of that. That's it. I
think you need an agent to make that work. I'm being serious.
And I need an entertainment agent. I do.
I need one too. I said it today. I need an entertainment agent, definitely. So basically, all right. So in terms of relationships, though, how easy or what's the challenge? Because obviously, a man will look at you and think that's a beautiful Nubian sister. Then they see what happens next?
At first, okay. So I make sure they know these aren't going anywhere. Don't even ask. If you want to date me, these are like my children. If you date me, I got kids, and these are my kids. So they're not going anywhere. So they'll be, oh no, that's fine, that's okay. About 2 or 3 months down the road, you know, I get that look with, you ever gonna cut those things off? Really? Now you want me to change something? You want me to change because you're uncomfortable now? Well, I mean, you know, it attracts a lot of attention, and people always stopping us when we go somewhere and blah, 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 blah. So it kind of takes the attention away from him. So they don't like that other people are only coming up to see me and not him too. you know, they get a little envious kind of. So they're just like.
Has it ever been a turn off though, where someone's seen you?
Oh
And
yeah, I went on a blind date
so
once. Oh yeah, I went on a blind date, and I told him, I was like, look, get a ruler. And he was like, why? I said, because my nails are 12 inches long. He was like, oh, that's no problem. I said, no, really, go get.
And hold them up one more time for those who just recently joined the live.
Oh.
Right.
So I told
okay,
him,
carry
go
on.
get a ruler so you would see, you have an idea of how long they are. And they're like, oh yeah, that's fine. You know, I'm dating you, not your nails. I'm like, yeah, well, they're a part of me, so pretty much you're dating these too. But okay. So the guy met
so you can relax now. Go on.
The guy met me, and he got out the truck and approached my car, and I said, we were going into the restaurant. He was like, okay, wait a minute. You didn't tell me they were that long. I said, I told you to pull a ruler out so you could see. He was like, wow, I don't know if I can do this. I mean, you're probably a really nice girl and everything, but I don't think I can get past the nails. I was still sitting in my car, so I cranked my car back up. He was like, where you going? You don't want to go in and get something to eat? I was like, no, not with you, because you've already expressed that you can't get past my nails. There's no reason for us to go in there and break bread if you're going to be uncomfortable because of my nails.
Wow.
So I got all the way back home. My stomach was in my back. It was growling. I said, now I got to go find something else to eat. But okay, fine. I get in the house and the phone rang. And he was like, well, I just called to give you some advice. I was like, click, hang up.
Oh, shit.
I hung up. I was like, oh, advice? Really?
Oh my God, he called back to give you advice
about my nails.
So what I'm hearing from you is, this is actually really, really positive. And let me tell you why. Even though you know your nails has become an attraction, it's not as if you are growing it and feel like, oh my God, I'm not gonna show them. You actually have learned to use them as a part of artistic and entertainment, and you've obviously embraced it, yeah? Maybe not what the beginning journey was, didn't know it was gonna turn out like this, but the fact that because I've seen some of your posts where we're going to go into that next, where, you know, the negative side of people saying nasty things or the bullying comments or whatever. We're going to go into that. It's not all fun and games, is it? You know, on the other side, the fact that you haven't cut them, no matter who's told you, who's trolled or said nasty things about you, you've even, you know, missed out on relationships. Do you really, you actually embody who you are. You're not changing for no one.
Correct.
Do you know how empowering that actually is?
I would hope so. And that's the reason why I even started my TikTok, was to let people, children, adults, everybody know that you need to be authentically you. That's the only way you're going to be happy. Trying to modify myself for somebody else, it almost seems like they'll keep nitpicking until you're not even yourself anymore. Okay, well, I don't like your hair. Okay, well, I don't like what you got on. Okay, well, I don't like it. You keep changing and changing and fixing it. And then they walk off, and now what? You're not even you anymore. You lost you because you were trying to be what somebody else wanted you to be. So I've honestly asked the question a lot. If I'm not interfering with your life per se, then why do I need to change myself to make you happy? That's not even fair.
I think, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm done. I'm good.
Okay, I was saying that I'm stunned in a very, you know, like I said, beyond all the, you know, the theatrics and the oh my God and you know, all that amusement. There is, I'm looking at a deeper sense of, actually, you know what? I'm not changing for nobody. And for you to stand so solid in who you are, knowing you're probably going to get 20 other people saying the same thing. I mean, that's amazing. That is amazing. Do you feel like it's also can be, I mean, not just a turn off, but men can be intimidated by your confidence and with the fact that you have these nails? And
one man did tell me that. He was honest enough to say, it's not the nails, it's your confidence. He said, watch, put your hands up under the table. He said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And and let's see who approaches you about you and not about your nails.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, this is an experiment. Okay. So I did that. And I sat there for a little while, and guys will come in and they're just like, hey, how you doing? You know, with the little keep looking at you with the little wink and all that business. And he was in the bathroom, but he was looking out of the bathroom door and he was watching. He was like, I told you, it's about, you exude this confidence. It has nothing to do with your nails. It's just,
it has to do with your nails as well, but it's you anyway. That is, I mean, obviously, putting away the nails, you're going to have sisters that will say, what a beautiful sister. You're going to have men that's going to say, wow, I want to talk to her. And then they see.
Right. And then they're like,
No, I actually think that might even take away all of that, because it's become like, you know, naturally it's like an attraction, a main attraction of so many questions. But let's get into the dynamics of the darker side of you just being you and people being bullshit people and being them. Yeah, I'll put it like that. Can you share with us on a serious note now, the negative, not the negative side of you being you, but the negative responses you've had with being you and having your nails? What's the worst thing you've ever had said to you?
Ooh. Not even sure. I guess I get the same things over and over and over again. So I don't think there's just one worse than the other. And it's one reason why I won't do like a cooking video, because the first thing I hear is, oh, I'd never eat anything you cooked. Okay, you weren't.
I mean, they say that, I mean, a lot of Jamaicans has been known to say that about their women with long nails. So, hey, because obviously hygiene and nails and things like that.
Right.
You know?
Each culture has said something different. Like, they ask, how do I eat a certain dish? But we don't cook that dish here in the States. So I don't know what dish they're talking about, but this is a dish that has to be eaten with your hands. So then I have to ask them, why do they keep asking this particular or those particular dishes? They like, how do you eat? I'm like, with a fork. And they're like, no, how do you eat this? And I was like, well, they were like, well, because you have to prepare with your hands. And they, yes, think that the nails are unsanitary. Then they're like, well, I wouldn't eat anything you cooked. And I'm like, you weren't invited. I don't cook.
Oh, shit. You know what, girl? Do your cooking video and switch off the comments.
Oh, yeah. That makes
sense. It's unfortunate, but I think satisfy what you want to do. And you know what? They're going to be so pissed off when they realize they can't leave a comment. That's going to be so satisfying.
But you know what they do? They go on to another video that has open comments and leave comments over there. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They'd be like, I saw your other video where you did blah, 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 and then put whatever comment. They have figured out a way around it.
So them saying that it's, you know, they wouldn't eat from you based on you having long nails. What I've noticed that you do, because before I speak to anyone, I usually spend time really digesting their page and getting a vibe of who they are. So therefore, I know what to potentially ask them, especially if I'm having like real deep dialogues with people, which I usually have. And I've noticed on your pages that you've turned the negativity in somewhat positivity, which means, for example, I saw you leave like so maybe you screen, I don't know how you did it, but you added the caption of what people said about you. So you may say something like, you've made a video saying, like, oh, those nails and this and that and that. And in the end, you say, really? You know that video where you added and you're kind of responding back to negativity?
Said, gross, such and such. And it was different words popping up.
Obviously, whatever. You actually use that.
Yes.
As a tool to fuel yet another content video. So, you know, I love the way you combat these people. But let's be honest a little bit. When you switch the camera off, you know, and a little ring light goes off and we close the show curtains, do you ever feel hurt? Do you ever have those teary moments about what's going on, how people treat you because of them?
I did. I've grown out of that. I joined TikTok like a year and a half ago. And I mean, two and a half years ago. And during the pandemic, at the beginning of 2020, like in March of 2020, I joined and oh my God, they hurt my feelings. Oh, my feelings were so.
Tell us about that part. I feel like we want to balance that the whole humor and entertainment with the real soulful side of your journey. So tell us a bit about that part that hurt you and how that made you cry. And what did they say?
They asked me. They kept asking, how do you wash your hands? How do you wash your hands? So I did a hand washing video. That video went viral. There are 47,000 comments on that one video.
Wow.
I can't even go through them. And after about 2 hours of reading the first set of comments, I had to stop reading the comments because they broke me down. I was so hurt. And when I say it went viral, it went across Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It went on all platforms. My niece called me at 6 o'clock in the morning and woke me up, and she was like, "Wake up, you just went viral." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Doing what?" And she was like, "Washing your hands." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" It went everywhere. Comedians grabbed and jumped on them and made so many mean jokes, and everybody's content underneath and their comments were just as rude.
So can you give us a bit more info on, I know I don't want to rake up the feelings, but I really want to grasp something more tangible in regards to what were the words, what did they say that made you, that broke you down, as you said?
How disgusting they were. And remember, because I had just joined during the pandemic, people kept saying that I was harboring COVID under my nails.
What the
that
fuck?
don't go anywhere near her because she's going to give you COVID because she's got COVID on those nails. And I'm like, so how do you keep defending yourself? Because COVID was that, people were dying. So how can I tell people don't stop coming around me because I don't have COVID? But because they went everywhere and everybody's like, well, they're so unsanitary and unhealthy and unhygienic that she's got to have COVID and she's got to be giving people COVID. Stop telling people those lies. And how do you keep defending yourself against a lie, a straight up lie? And with COVID being as scary as it was then, how everybody was running rampant and that just, people were, like I said, people were dying. And so when you keep telling people that if they come anywhere near me that they were going to get it, how do I defend myself against that? And I closed myself off because I'm like, wow, people are going to start thinking that I got it because so many people were just saying that's what I had. And it wasn't true. And I have never even contracted COVID. I've never had it.
So people were saying that you have and can pass on COVID because of your nails.
Correct.
Oh man, the world we're living in. So should you have done a nail COVID test?
Right. And then people were believing it. And I've had several tests, every last one of them negative. I've never had COVID. I've never had it. And
so when you say that it broke you down over time and although you went viral, I think there's another post where I see you saying stop the bullying or stop the social media bullying or whatever. How bad is that? I mean, how bad did it get for you to, are they literally on your direct page with these bullying comments and the trolling or whatever?
They were the same way on Instagram, and that's only because several comedians picked it up on Instagram, and so they were really mean-spirited on Instagram.
They roast you, girl.
That way on Facebook. And then what really, really, really topped it off and hurt me was that I noticed that a lot of my close associates, friends, co-workers were not defending me. What
would you like them to have done? Give me a perfect setup of scenario. To tell
those people that it wasn't true, that what they were saying was not true. I know her personally. She doesn't, her nails are not unsanitary and unhygienic because when I wash my hands, my nails get washed. When I take a bath, my nails get washed. When I take a shower, when I wash the dishes, there's soap and water. I don't hold my nails up out of the water and just wash. All that goes in there and they get just as soap and water as my hands and the rest of me. So I didn't understand this whole, they're unhealthy and unhygienic and you're going to be passing around germs. And no, I'm not. People who are coming to get their nails done, I've never given anybody anything. I've not passed anything to them. For one, I have this strange body that it doesn't catch colds and flus. So I don't catch anything. People used to say, well, I can't come get my nails done because I got the flu. I said, come on, get them done. I'm not going to catch it. They're like, are you sure?
Oh, wow.
I never catch anybody's viruses.
So your immune system is really strong and solid.
My immune system is on. And the doctors used to tell my mother, stop bringing her to get vaccinations and stuff. She can't get them. Her body already has all the vaccines in it
Wow.
and it kicks out everything. So
Extraordinary. So
yeah,
in
I have
terms
a very
of
healthy immune system, very high-end immune system. So I don't catch anything. So I'm not giving anybody anything based on my nails. I don't know what they're basing it on, how you can pass anything
you
along.
know, I think we do speak as people. We have so much opinions anyway, as being humans. Okay, we have a lot of opinions and more opinionated than others. Whoever you are, you know, I'm an opinionated person. And I think sometimes opinions can be just purely wind entertainment because we say a lot of stuff with absolutely no knowledge.
Right.
No, this is what it is. We come out of a lot of shit with no knowledge based on what you think because grandma said it or because so and so. You've not researched it yourself. You know nothing, but yet you've given a whole dialogue. So in my head, instantly, oh my God, long nails, I'm hygienic. But how many things do we do daily that's worse than that? Like our phone, how much germs that carries, or our handbags have more germs than a toilet seat.
Right.
I saw scientists, you know, doctors, this documentary about germs and how handbags and mobile phones and things that we, you know, like take for granted, like literally. So we just talk out of nonsense sometimes, really do.
Without anything to back it up with. And then you'll hear people say, well, they said, and I always stop them. Who is they?
Who is they?
Who is they? Well, they said you shouldn't do it. They said you're supposed to. They said you should keep your nails such as this. They said, who is they? Who is they?
It's a bit crazy. I've heard some funny stories, and interestingly enough, I remember being somewhere and someone talking about something similar about hygiene and this and that and that. And I had to turn around to this person. I was like, but hang on a minute. When you slept with your guy for the first night, did you even go and get an STD check?
Right.
Was that not unhygienic?
Right. Where did he just come from? You don't even know.
Tattoos can catch this or that. Babe, you slept with a man that you met last week. You can say about my tattoos and the ink. But we're humans, we don't really think before there's a lot of stupidness, as we call it, stupidity. So I'm glad that you have been resistant. But what has kept you going? What is it inside of you that you didn't think, like, you know what? I'm being bullied now. I've gone viral. People are saying this and saying that. What is it about you that hasn't made you cut them and trying to be normal again or be normal? Like, what is it?
Because
what is it?
I absolutely love my nails.
So you love them.
I love my nails. I get to carry around my own artwork. I'm a walking billboard.
You are.
I get to carry these around. These are like, it's like I'm dressing up my body, and it's part of jewelry to me. So just like when people are like, well, I think you shouldn't have them. I'm like, okay, you shouldn't have that yellow blouse you have on. But I don't get to say that to them. So
well, you actually, I think maybe every now and again you should.
Yeah.
And it's not because you want to be mean, again, intentionally, but like I said, I've been surrounded by, even from childhood, people that just say nonsense. And if you were to say anything resembling, suddenly you're being rude. You don't think you're being rude?
Right.
You
now,
think that when you
don't have to say it like that. Oh, you got an attitude problem. But you came to me with what you thought I should change about myself. And when I say, no, I think maybe you need to take that wig off.
There you go.
Oh my God, I don't believe you just said that. Really? You told me I needed to cut my nails and you need to take them lashes and wig off. What?
There you go. Because they actually will. Your hair and your nails belong to you.
Right. Now all of a sudden I'm rude. Really? I didn't go over there bothering you. You came over here and started suggesting what I needed to do. Now you don't like my suggestion. Okay, you see how that feels. It's just like, oh.
There you go. So the beautiful thing is you actually love your art. And when I first came across you, I said to you that I looked at you and I could see a woman beyond the nails, even if I never saw the nails, that you are artistic, you're creative, you're eccentric, you're funky, your wardrobe is everything. So like myself, you are your brand. And I said this to you, I can tell you are your brand. Okay?
Yes.
All right. And naturally your nails are a part of it. Do you think that there'll ever really be a time where you choose to cut them though?
No. To cut them off? No. If they're they're over half my age. So yeah, no, no. My nieces and nephews have only ever seen this. I have coworkers who've only ever seen this. Neighbors who've only, this is all people know about me. Is this. They don't, they, and people don't even recognize my face has not changed since I was in high school. But the people do not recognize me. They have to look down at my hands and they're like, oh, hey. And I'm like, really? My face still looks the same.
So you don't imagine yourself ever cutting them. Has it ever affected employment growth? I know you said about, you know, the beginning when you started doing nails yourself, how they had to get permissions, you know, to see whether it was okay for you to do your nails when it was a lot shorter. Other than that, when you've had other maybe employments or etc., have you ever been rejected based on you having these nails? I mean, for example, you couldn't be a chef, surely, or a cook in a restaurant, or
correct. And there's certain places I won't even go because I already know. So there's just certain places I wouldn't. But now, there's an old department store that I worked at, and my nails were already extensively long, and I went and I sat on my, not literally sat on my hands, but I put them behind me where she didn't see them when she was interviewing me.
Oh, wow.
And, she gave me the interview and she hired me. And I said, okay, well, now you hired me. You said I can start on Monday, but there's something I need to show you. And she was like, okay, right. I was like, ta-da. And she's like, okay. She was like, don't worry about it. They'll be gone in a couple of weeks. There's no way you can do that job with those nails. I said, okay. And I worked the jewelry department where I had to open clasps of jewelry to help people put them on, the bracelets. I had to change the batteries in the backs of watches.
I don't know how you do it though. Physically, I don't physically know how you do it.
I did it. Because I think in my head, I tell myself, there's just some things that I'm probably not, like I can't play volleyball. Okay. I can't dribble a basketball. I can't clap my hands. I can't snap my fingers.
I'll do it for you, girl. I'll do it for you, girl.
Right. Because I can't, there's certain things that I know that I cannot do, but I know I can open a clasp of a chain, and a lot of people will come to the jewelry department. They had heard about me and they're like, okay, I came to try that on. I'm like, are you really going to buy it? You just want to see me open that clasp? And I just wanted to see how you did it. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I worked there for 2 years at the department store in the jewelry department, and they couldn't fire me because
So there's nowhere that's actually not taking you on because of your nails so far.
Yeah. And then I worked for the United States Postal Service here in the States, and I worked there for 34 years. But I didn't start growing my nails until 3 years after I had gotten the job. So as they began to get longer, they would watch me. But then when we would get a new boss, they would be like, that girl over there with the nails, how is she doing her job? And they're like, stand over there and watch her. Trust me, we can't fire her because she can do her job. You're a new boss. You know, you came from a different district. You've never seen her, but stand there for a little while and watch her and see how she does her job. And then, before that, a lot of them will come to me and they're like, I'm the new district manager, and I think you need to cut those. I'm like, really? Have you watched me? You just got here, right? Watch me. Give me 24 hours and watch me, and I'll prove I can do my job. Sure enough, they would leave me alone after they were like, you do better than the ones that don't have nails. I said,
you are extraordinary. How does your friends, let's go back a little bit before we go forward as we slowly work towards a really gentle close. You mentioned earlier about when people have nasty things to say about you, and it made you feel bad because you wish that someone would defend you like your close friends. Have you ever thought about maybe they might feel similar to those who's got something to say, but they just don't tell you that? Because you know one thing about family and friends, I'm not going to lie to you, it's the bloodline, but sometimes they know better.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
I'm going to be real with you.
The whole
and half the time, you see family and friends who don't support what you do. They watch everything that you do. They'll be watching, but they're not really asking you about your growth or about your work or about your company. They're just watchers. So I'm being real. I already know that. until you become famous and someone then says, oh, and they say,
right.
this is why I don't keep the people. I'm be real with you.
Yeah, right. But
when you become famous, everyone wants to claim you then. So,
correct.
Yeah, I'm glad you know that. I've been knowing that about people.
Correct.
Yeah. So how does?
But in the meantime, it's like you said, low key. They kind of looking out the corner of their eyes, like, oh, or I don't get invited some places because they already know that I'll attract more attention than the attention would be on them. So I'll see on Facebook that a group of them went somewhere, and I'm like, well, they didn't ask me to go, and I'm like, yeah, no, okay. So I've learned to just stay to myself because I already know that there's some underlying envy somewhere, or
let's be 100. It may be some envy, and some, let me be real with you, may just be like, we don't really feel like the circus today. I'm gonna be real with you. Right. And it's not because you're a clown, but it's the entertainment value of it all.
Correct. You're
so
right.
No disrespect to you, but there's always gonna be some that's like, you know what, we just don't want all that. And we can appreciate that, but at the same time,
you're right.
If you're my friend and you're my someone, even if you're my relative and you are cool, you come as a package.
Correct. And so like you said, like I said, these are my children. Like, say for instance, somebody you already know that one girlfriend has got the 3 bad kids, and you don't invite her because you know she's got to bring those 3 bad kids, and they're gonna be standing on the table and acrobating, and you be like, girl. You just don't invite them, not to leave them out, but because you already know what comes with that package. So I get it. I get it. They, you know, well,
I know it's a bit sad, isn't it? But that's what it is.
It is. And so I don't cut those friends off. I already know that there's a reason behind why I didn't get invited. They already know, okay, we gotta, if we go somewhere and she's got luggage, we gotta probably help her with her luggage, or, you know, there's just some things like I'll ask if I'm like on a plane ride, and you know how the luggage comes off on that little conveyor thingy. Well, I can't just reach and snatch mine off. So when I see it coming, I'm like, excuse me, sir, when this luggage comes down, can you reach and just pull it off of the belt for me? Because what
if you don't get no help? How would you go about that? Look at your little face.
I start watching in what direction it's turned, and then try to figure out right quick how I'm going to do it. And then I'll throw these over my arms, and I'll use these knuckles, so when I see the handle,
oh my God, girl, that's a lot.
I'll reach real fast, and if it's a big piece of luggage, oh, I hate the big pieces. But if it's a long trip and I got a big piece, I'm gonna have to grip that luggage right quick, and then somebody will see me, you know, it being cumbersome, and somebody will try and help me. Your people aren't really that mean. Somebody will step in, but other people will be like, well, I ain't help you because I wanted to see how you could do it. Really?
Yeah, they want to see.
You watch me struggle because you just wanted to see how I did. That angers me, that people will watch me struggle rather than help me, but they'll help somebody with something tiny just because, oh, well, you know, they needed my help, but you wanted to see how I did. But
they can't also think, you know what, if that's your companion, your nails, then do it, work with it, get on with it.
Right.
And it sounds mean, but.
So like, remember, I don't write checks anymore, but I would be standing in line, and, you know, people back when the real check writing days were, you know, the cashier would hand the person the ink pen, they would write the check, hand the ink pen back, give them the check, and the procedure would go on. When it would get to me and I'd ask for a pen, they'd lay it on the counter. And I'd look at them, I'm like, well, I just want to see how you pick it up. Okay.
Oh my God.
We're not at the zoo. This isn't,
Do you know what though? You know, okay, so first of all, I forgot to ask you a little bit earlier, but I'll ask you now. How challenging is it when you're sleeping? Because, you know, when you're sleeping, we don't always know how to sleep perfectly, or to, you know, have tell me the complications of your nail getting stuck in your blanket or your duvet cover. Like, how do you sleep? Do you sleep like this all night or something? What do you do?
I don't move when I sleep. I don't move when I sleep. That's been since a child.
So I don't
move when I sleep. I didn't move when I slept as a child. I don't toss and turn. I sleep in one place. I used to get up out of bed and just smooth the covers because I never really moved when I was.
So do you sleep on your back, your side, your tummy? What's your thing?
I'm a side sleeper. I'm
and does your nails go up like this or down?
One of my TikToks shows me.
Oh yes, yes.
Sleeping, and my hand is right here where I know where it is, but the other hand is usually either hanging off the side of the bed, or if I'm in the middle, it's just laying there next to me on the bed. Or if I'm under the covers, I do the same procedure where I tuck them. And so my thumbnails are usually stuck out because my nails are actually tucked under the cover with me, but my thumbnails are out by my face.
So as I don't move. Again, I say you've adapted your entire life around your nails, and that's how important it is to you, because it embodies just you being you. You know, as you say, again, your family, your direct family, what have they said? Anything in regards to this journey now that you've embarked upon? Extraordinary work of art.
Because my mother accepted it because she had long nails.
So she's never said like, "Girl, come on."
Yeah, the rest of the family got used to them because my mom had long nails, so that's what we grew up looking at. So I guess they were simply accustomed to, you know. I wound up in the
like this, right?
Her nails weren't nearly as long as mine. I wound up getting in the local paper, local newspaper.
Wow.
So my mother had bragging rights. So my daddy said he heard a whole bundle hit the front steps, and he realized my mother had called the paper and was like, "Okay, I'm gonna need all you can get me." So she just got a whole bundle. My dad was passing them out at work. He like, "Here you go. You need to be a picture of them." I was on the front page, so he was passing out pictures of me. Yeah, that's my daughter. You know, so they all had bragging rights that I was in the paper. So when it comes to something like that, then they're all proud about it. Like you said.
So that's great. So you haven't had them say, "Come on, cut it," or "Stop being a freak," or whatever people want. You know what I mean? Like literally.
No, not the family. Not the family. Not the friends either. Now, some friends have defended me when they. I do have one particular friend who has defended me every time she has seen like a thread come through of, "Oh my God, that's just nasty. That's gross. Why would she do da 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 da?" And then my friend will shut them down by saying, "You know, I know her personally, and there's nothing wrong with her nails. No, she doesn't. She's not harboring germs and diseases under her nails. You all need to stop being mean to her. She hasn't done anything to you, da da da." And that'll shut the whole thread down, and they'll just, now everybody's all quiet. Like, I'm like, "Oh, what happened?" She'll come in and she will defend me.
So you must feel in general like you know, you love being you, but it can be, I think when you are different in any way to the norm, it can be a very lonely existence. I don't know if you can relate to that. So people can be a popular loner, for an example.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
People don't seem to understand anything that's outside of what they are, which is very same, very cloney, everyone looking the same, being the same, but anything slightly different, people don't know how to fathom it. And I think especially with your look, but hey, before we go, let me say that I think that whether there's an agent out there, I actually personally, if I owned an agency, put aside your nails, but your nails being the main attraction, you look good. You look amazing. You as a person, your figure, everything. So I don't know why you're not already a model, to be honest, with the nails. You do realize that, don't you? You got the body, you got the, you know, you're ready. So I really would urge you personally, it's not like you're hiding them. You are already out there showing it and doing all of this, and you know, you embrace it now, and it has come with a level of attention publicly in media. So you know what? Capitalize on the motherfuckers.
Yeah. I'm gonna establish, believe it or not, an OnlyFans, but not in the direction that everybody else is going in the direction of, if you want to see like my daily function, if I, you know, set the camera up and I come in and I wash dishes or prepare myself something to eat, people can subscribe to watch me do the daily
I think you should. Capitalize on
not
it.
out. You still won't see those other questions. You won't see me going to the bathroom. You won't see me shout. You won't see those kind of things on it. You just see my daily function and how I do what I do on a daily basis. How other people interact or react to me. Like some people want to see me go grocery shopping because they want to see.
Oh my God, yeah, that would be amazing.
See people like, you know, really, you know, picking up canned goods and fruit and vegetables, and they want to see that kind of thing. You know, just me operate in regular functioning daily chores and daily functions.
I don't see why. I think right now everyone wants to be something on social media, an influencer and this and that, and everyone's got a podcast and everyone. I think the fact that you're just like, actually, listen, I've arrived and I've come as me. Hello. Yeah, I actually think you could capitalize on it, and I urge you to, because you're just being you. Yes. You are the main prop.
Yes. Yes.
And so I really think that what somebody, some agent, something to snap you up. I was going to ask you to do your bun, but you've come already with your bun done. Oh. So it's okay, girl. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you want to tell us about in regards to you or your nail journey, you as a soul? Like, fill in the blanks.
I just, honestly, like I said, the reason why I even got on TikTok, I simply want to encourage people to stop trying to be like everybody else and just do what makes you happy. That's the only reason why we're all here, to be happy within ourselves, not to try to create an environment where we're people pleasers.
Yes.
Be happy in being different. If you're different, it's okay. Yeah, people are gonna come and be like, oh, I don't think you should, and oh, that doesn't look right, and oh, that doesn't. Okay, so at the end of the day, once I leave off this live, I cease to exist. Once I leave out of your vision, I cease to exist. And if I changed myself every time somebody said there was something they didn't like about me, and then I walk out of their vision, they've gone on about their day and they're happy, and I'm not. So I need to continue to be happy within myself. And if it means having something that's totally different, long nails, long locks, blonde hair, I'm going to have to be happy within myself. And that's what I want to encourage everybody else to do, is just be happy being you, authentically you.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not hurting yourself or somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And how long did it take you to get to that embodiment of confidence in yourself, with your individuality?
I think I started being this way probably about 30 years ago, where something like clicked.
Yeah, me too.
And at work they would ask me, you know, and they would be like they were repulsed, like, oh, when are you gonna cut those things? And because I was always that child that refused to change based on somebody else's dislike, I'm like, probably never. Like I wear dark lipstick a lot. I wear black lipstick.
Yeah, I've seen. I'm liking the gray on me now. I'm going that way as well.
So somebody at work would say, "Oh, I don't like that lipstick on you." And I remember asking her, when did she work the next day? And she said, "No, I'm off for the next 2 days." I'm like, "Okay, so you come back on Friday?" She's like, "Yeah." So I'll be sure to wear this black lipstick.
Yes. But you know what? Because you're so colorful, I like the shades. I love the eyeshadow you got on today. It's interesting because I seem to rely on red. Yeah. And I think it's because growing up, I never wore it, because typical light-skinned girl wearing red, looking like a prostitute. That was the era.
Right.
You know, it's a bit like not wearing an ankle chain. You know, you're a prostitute.
Right.
No, when I got to a certain age, yeah, you feel me, right? When I got to a certain age, I started wearing red, but I feel like I rely, you know, when you have that extra pretty girl day, I wear red. And then I'm like, oh, are you depending on red now? But I have my makeup bag's very, I got pinks, I love orange. Recently, I'm loving that dark green. And I've just recently ordered gray and even like a yellow color. So let's see what's happening.
Right. Oh, I love playing with color. I love playing in color. That's why I wanted to be a makeup artist. I loved a blank canvas and me being able to paint up. So I get booked on weddings and birthdays and anniversaries.
Amazing.
I get booked up all the time to do makeup. I have a wedding at the end of this month, but I'm always trying to make somebody, they can give me an idea of what they want to look like, and then when I do it, I've got 5-star reviews all the time.
Wow.
There's not been a person that be like, Plus, when I do my makeup, I give them a mirror. Don't let me get too far into it and you don't like what's going on. So I'm like, I have to remind them. I'm like, they're like, no, I trust you. I'm like, look in the mirror. I just put such and such on you. Tell me if you like it. They're like, oh yeah, keep going, keep going. But I don't ever get too far into doing somebody and they just like turn them around. They look like bozo. And it is like, I'm not going nowhere looking like this.
But I see with me, I don't like a lot of heavy makeup. The only thing I ever wear, as you see me now, is like light foundation, lipstick, mascara. Maybe like I've even got like a light shade of eyeshadow. I don't like too much makeup that makes me look extra divine and I look totally different in real life. I like to be hard, but I don't like crazy Christmas tree, Halloween girls. Like some females look extraordinary and I know you look nothing like that in real life.
Right. You take that off
nothing like that. The lashes, the hair, the nails, everything fake. Everything.
I tell the bride, especially the bride, I'm like, forget your bridesmaids. They can do what they want. You do not want to look back on your photo album and be like, who is that coming down the aisle? We're going to enhance your beauty, not overload it where you don't even know who that is. When you see that picture, people are like, where's the bride? And you standing there and they don't know it's you because you got on too much makeup. Those makeup tutorials have gotten people thinking that they need to put a cut crease and 15 different eyeshadows on.
I don't even know how to contour. I don't even know how to do any of that. And I'm glad I don't. I'm not really a big makeup person.
This is the most makeup I've had on, and I don't know. Just because we were doing this, I put on eyeshadow.
Yeah, I love the color of your eyes.
Thank you. I don't have on foundation. I don't wear foundation. My skin is. My mama gave me this skin.
You got the glow up naturally, girl. Well, let me tell you, viewers, if there's anything you want to say, now is the time. I've never had a live so quiet in my life. I'm gonna take that as a good thing. They are just like. And I've had people on here that don't even normally come on here. Okay. Yeah, literally never do. So they be like, oh shit, let's see what's going on. But I feel like people are so stunned, they have nothing to say. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to send the viewers lots and lots of hearts for those who's joined us tonight. Yeah, but I'm going to ask you one more question before you go. Miss Nels, I would like to ask you your afterthoughts. So what has it been like tonight with me on Free Flame Thoughts doing this live talk? How's it been for you?
It's been refreshing, to say the least. To be able to come on and express myself and not be beat up, so to speak.
Oh my God, no. Yeah, definitely not.
And acceptance that I feel good about that. And I don't know if I have noticed I don't have on my glasses. I have reading glasses. I don't actually.
Yeah, me too. I don't have on mine either.
I don't have them on, so I never watched the room to see if there was anybody even saying anything or asking anything or how many viewers or anything like that. But I'm thrilled that you asked me to do this interview with you, and I'm glad I got a chance to express a lot of what I don't get to say on TikTok or Facebook or any other social media without being beat up about it. So I appreciate you asking me to actually do this interview.
Absolutely. You just had a comment and someone just said you have the most beautiful nails they've ever seen.
Thank you. Aww, thank you.
Yeah. But I need to actually, I don't normally go back after my afterthoughts, but there is one very, very relevant question that I have to ask. If you break your nails, have you ever broken one and you've just got it stuck back on?
Yes.
So it's like a lock, then you kind of you have the nail, it breaks and you have it stuck back on?
And they usually break at the oldest part of the nail, which means this is the oldest part way down here. So
wow.
Because they're the most brittle. There's, they've been on there so long, they've gotten old and brittle. So that.
So how many of them have broken and you've repaired?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Several.
Okay. So before we go, we have one more comment, and then I'm going to let this lovely lady have a moment. Yeah. Let's get on my 2020 vision, girl. Here we go. All right. Sacred Butterfly. She says, you are awesome, Miss Nels. Thank you for sharing and showing us your courage is being you. Your courage is being you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate
so
that.
let's see. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. Sometimes when people write and the live and the words go up and it disappears and I can't always see who's on the live, I'm just sending back some old waves now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Miss Nels, you have been an amazing guest speaker.
Thank you.
If I could keep you here for another half an hour, I would, but girl, let me let you go. Yeah, you have been fabulous. My last words to you is just be. This is what I'm about. This is what I like to embody within myself. We're always going to have an opinion on self and others, but just be you. It's been a pleasure having you here. Stay in touch. Yeah, and please come back in the future and keep us updated on your journey, what you're up to.
I will. Thank you.
Until then, feel free to leave the live by pressing the X on the left or the right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. It was so interesting. Wow. Okay, if anybody would like to do a live on any topic goes, as long as it flows, feel free to inbox me and I'll make it happen. Another quick plug, you guys may be aware that I am developing a second live show entitled Soul Talk with Silva. It's a London-based TV studio. If you'd like to come in, especially if you're located in UK or London, to have a talk in the studio, let me know. If not, you can do a live on here on Free Flame Thoughts. Until then, keep it locked.